Join us as we venture off into the Scottish Highlands. We honestly had no idea what to expect, but after such an amazing time in Edinburgh, which if you haven't watched that video yet, make sure you check it out after this one, thank you. But we knew we were going to be in for something magical. Now guys, the beautiful thing about actually getting out and traveling the world is no matter what you see in videos, just like this one you're about to watch, the real life immersion can still be so jaw-dropping and astounding to see. So with that being said, let's jump right in. We booked our Highlands tour with Highland Experience, who are located right in the heart of Edinburgh. It is a bus tour, as you can see, and we booked the Ultimate Skye Experience Tour for 3 days. They do longer ones, but we thought 3 days was a good enough time for us. And as you can see on the map, our route, day 1 is in red, day 2 yellow, and day 3 in green. Alright guys, so as day 1 begins, I just want to talk about why we chose to do the bus tour instead of, say, renting a car and doing the drive ourselves. We wanted to do that because we wanted to be able to stop and take as much time as we wanted at places, but at the same time, you know, they drive on the opposite side of the car and road as we do in America and other places in Europe. And in the Highlands, a lot of the roads are sketchy. So we decided to avoid that, just be able to kick back and relax. And yeah, so that was one of our main decisions for choosing to do that. Our guide told us this place was famous for some reason. Scottish people, please let us know why that is. So I just wanted to stop the video and say that. All right, thanks. Now guys, as we began driving through Glen Coe, I just have to say this, the camera does not do this justice. This is the most magical place on earth. It looks like nothing I have ever seen ever before on earth. And we've been to what, 20 plus countries now, and this area of the world is just a place you can't even imagine. If you are ever going to the Scottish Highlands and there's one place you have to go, it's here. I promise you that. Please, please go here and just see this serene beauty of the Scottish Highlands. Now, as you guys are seeing, we did stop a lot, even though we were on the bus tour, but that was because our bus did not have a toilet on it. So they had to give us plenty of breaks because, yeah, a bus full of 50 plus people with no toilet on the bus at all, so definitely have to stop. It was nice because then you get to relax, take in the beauty of all these spots, but one thing I wish they had was a toilet on the bus, that's for sure.
It's Ness. Loch Ness.
All right, guys, day 1 of our Scotland Highlands tour is done. We're here at our hotel in Inverness, and we're staying at this cute little B&B called Blayberry House. It's beautiful.
It's so cute.
I'll put a video up showing you guys what the room looks like, what the outside looks like. It's a cute little place. Rose loves
what
it.
you think about it.
She loves those little quaint things and stuff like that. But it was a good day, good first day, a lot of traveling. We were on the bus a lot. But we got to see some pretty cool places. Glencoe, amazing. Feels like you're on a different planet when you're driving through there. Highly recommend. The one thing I will say doing the tour is you never feel like you have enough time because there's always a time limit. So if you wanted to stay someplace longer, you really can't. You got to go. So that's a one downside, but we are getting to see a lot of different things. You guys will see in the videos, but Glencoe was my favorite. We went to Loch Ness, which was pretty cool as well. But man, the Highlands just outstanding. We also had the best Indian food we ever had in Europe, here in Inverness. And we won't be in Inverness very long. We'll be here tomorrow night as well, but probably won't get much film of it. But I just want to say it's very, very beautiful city. I would come back and stay around this area next time. It's that cool. All right, guys, stay tuned for day 2. As you guys are about to see us coming up to the Eilean Donan Castle, this is one of the examples of a place where we did not get to spend too much time. They gave us about 15 minutes. Rose and I bought tickets and rushed inside, and we literally just ran through the whole thing to try to get a glimpse of the castle. Now, it wasn't very nice on the inside, but still it would have been nice to have more time to look around. And as you guys are seeing now, just the beauty of a road trip in the Highlands. Everywhere you go, there's just a beautiful natural piece of this earth that you see, as you can see with this huge, outstanding waterfall. I want you guys to watch as these clips go on, from this one to the next one to the next one, how the weather changes in the Scottish Highlands. It's pretty insane. We had rain, fog, and just crazy wind the whole time. And then as you keep driving along, you're gonna see here in 1 second, it just clears up, beautiful skies, rainbow. And then as we get to the next destination, right back to gray skies, windy, foggy, dim. It's definitely a crazy place in the Highlands. All right, guys, at this point we were beginning our trek up to see the Old Man of Store. It was about a 30 to 40 minute climb up this mountain to get up there to see the Old Man of Store, which you guys are going to see in 1 second on the screen. But we got about 80% there, and then we had to turn around because you have to go up this sketchy stairway to get to the other side to see Old Man of Store. And as you could see in this video, it was like 50, 60 mile per hour winds. People were about to fly off. It was insane. The Trotternish Peninsula, guys. This is another place that I'm telling you, videos do not do it justice, especially on the bus. You can see the glare in the windows because we're on the bus, but just outstanding. The views are insane. And that brings me to another point. If you guys look at the video, you can see the clouds and the fog and everything rolling in. The weather in the Highlands is iffy. You know, one day we'd have sun, the next day you would have rain all day, very windy. Pretty much the whole time we were in the Highlands, it was super windy. So I highly recommend you guys bring at least one, but probably a couple rain jackets, some rain boots, and some type of pant that you can get wet where it's gonna, you know, wick off and not get your clothes completely drenched, because there was a couple hikes we went on and you just got soaked and then you got to get back on the bus, and it would not be a fun ride if you didn't have the proper gear on. And the same thing with the rain boots. It was pouring day on and day off, and there were a couple places where you'd have huge puddles piling up. A couple people didn't want to walk over them, so Rose luckily wore her rain boots. She could walk wherever she wanted to go, and we were good to go. So just a couple of tips for when you guys go to the Highlands. And yeah, watch these video clips right here. You can just see how crazy the wind was. Alright guys, so this bridge, which I am not going to name because I don't know how to say it, but it comes with a fairy tale that if you put the water underneath the bridge on your face, you're supposed to be blessed with eternal beauty. Luckily, I already have that, so it wasn't needed, but me and Rose decided to do it anyways to, you know, stick with the folklore, and maybe it is blessing us, who knows? All right, as we got back into Inverness for the final night of our stay before heading back to Edinburgh the next day, I just wanted to say, if you guys are going to the Highlands, whether you're driving, taking the train, whatever, highly recommend staying in Inverness as your base place that you're staying, and then traveling wherever you want to go throughout the Highlands, because it really did have a little bit of everything. Good restaurants. It seemed like people had places to go drink, have fun. It was quiet and peaceful. I really enjoyed the vibe of that city, and I would not mind going back one bit. Our final day begins with a cruise on the Loch Ness, which unfortunately we did have to pay extra for, which kind of sucked, but we could not turn down the opportunity. As you guys can see, they had the trackers so we could try to find Nessie in the waters while we were cruising over to the Urquhart Castle. Sorry if I said that wrong. We love you guys in Scotland. Please don't take offense. But it was a beautiful cruise, not too many people on board, very relaxing and peaceful, something I highly recommend to do. And you know, you gotta try to find Nessie while you're on the Loch Ness. Unfortunately, we did spot her because you guys saw her in the video, so just saying. The Urquhart Castle is a ruined castle that sits beside the Loch Ness in the Highlands of Scotland. It's about 13 miles southwest of Inverness, so it wasn't too far to get down there. And the present ruins that you're seeing in this video date back to the 13th to 16th centuries. built on the site of an early medieval fortification founded in the 13th century, and it played a huge role in the wars of Scottish independence. But that is all I will tell you guys about. If you want to know more about the castle, you can look it up on Google. The one thing that was pretty cool about these castle ruins is that they actually let you walk around, go inside the ruins, touch the walls, go down the stairs. And that was pretty cool because, as you guys know, when you travel around and go to certain places, they usually will block these type of things off. You can't touch, you can't go in, you can't see the cool areas, things like that. So I did appreciate that we were able to go around, see things, explore a little bit, because that's what I like to do when I travel. Let me know if you guys are the same way or if you just like to see it from a distance. Rose has a thing where she likes to touch things so she can remember the places she's been. And I've kind of caught on to the trend too, and I do it as well. Let me know if you guys do that as well. All right, guys, and the last main attraction on our tour was a stop at the Culloden battlefield, which is a historic site near Inverness, Scotland, and it is the site of the last battle on British soil in 1746. It pretty much was the last stand from the Scottish people, the Jacobites, to stay separate from the Brits, who ended up coming in there and they massacred about 1,500 to 2,000 Scottish people. And as you guys can see, they have memorials up and they have the tombstones of the clans that fought in the battle. And they had it set up really cool, and it was a good monument to be able to walk around the outside, see the actual battlefield. And then they had a visitor center on the inside where it would explain a little bit more about the history and what happened during the battle. So it was a good way to end the tour, I would say.
Left hand until one of us makes a mistake and dies. Okay? Or we go, actually, I'm thinking better. I'm going to go slowly. But if you look over the side, you'll see a gorge with a river down the bottom. Yeah. I take you nice places. See, you didn't have to do any walking.
One final stop in the town of Pitlochry to get some lunch, and then we had a short drive back to Edinburgh to end our trip. But when you're in Scotland, you might as well stop and get some fish and chips. So that's what I got. And then we hit the road to end our trip. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys liked our tour that we took in Scotland. We definitely enjoyed it. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.